It's the home team taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, Mike, 51.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 51 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
I got one. Mike 51.
Throwing Jones. Being chased out left.
Hey, we got to get this stuff.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Push him back. Mike, 16.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion,
it's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Dobbins. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So out comes his offense for the first time. And a glance at the total, standing 6-6.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picked. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 14 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Slam! Hawk 70! Mike Wood!
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that.
And he coughed it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers are an extra point away from evening this one up. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance to turn over, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Meanwhile, Jones throw on target to Godwin here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him 3rd and 7 ahead. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
47 is the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Hey, switch gears.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turned into a play action.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's the backup Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Here's Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Mike 1. Mike 1. 3, hang with us.
Jameis to throw it. Open man right side is Shark. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Oilers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Dobbins trying the left side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Show it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Looking to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and put the down marker back to 1.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet is to jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Check Mike 47. Stay with your man.
Jones on 1st and 10.
Who that? Who that?
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first. Rolling to his left. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Go check. Go check. Check, check, check.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the offense going to use the first as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man complete. And touchdown. DJ Chark, 87 yards. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him drop ball, get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired of getting out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Mike, 45. Let's go. Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike.
Jones now. Throwing under pressure. He will go down. Sacked back at the 4. of here. 2nd and 17.
Under 10, 10.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it. I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie and Sherwood. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. Pushing his way through. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Moving forward. In today's broadcast in the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Here's 2nd and 10.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. All day. All day. So Mike's number 1. Mike's number 1. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
All day. All day.
Well, you don't want to... Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Winston on 4th down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Easy, easy, easy.
Winston.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And complete right side to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. You got nothing. You got nothing.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They run it again with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
the mic, boys. 47.
Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, Jones. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
A little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. It's going to be 4th down. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. On the edge, so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Live conditions.
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. We just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And now here's a carry heading left. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
56.
4th down, Winston. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads.
Boo DJ Chark Boo out.
right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten
He
up.
gonna fumble.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Chicago units fire.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Check 26. Kill.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
No.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go deep.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Check safety.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They give it off here to the tight end. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now with the play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
When's the mic? Watch one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. DJ Shark, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Warriors are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight end's left. 3 down.
Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here we go. Check the backer.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and his 9th of the year. And the Oilers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack on first down, Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now. They'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.